Welcome to this wonderful platform. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please, if you like what you see here, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell. It's very important because it's going to help you to know when I upload a new video. In this channel, I present to you news on daily basis on what is happening in the whole world, especially in Nigeria and in Biafra land. Yes, I'm Mother Biafra. I bring to you Biafra news. So before I do that, what I always do is that I analyze it and I sit down there to watch the video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion. That is why the comment section is there for you to contribute, leave your ideas, your thoughts, your belief about the videos that you have watched. Please, as we are doing this, let us do it constructively. As we hop into today's video, remain blessed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your massive support in this channel as we watch.
Governor Belo, you've been quoted as saying that rotational presidency is not in the books of the All Progressives Congress, your party. But, you know, many Nigerians are concerned that the time is now for zoning and rotational presidency, particularly with the concerns that have been expressed by persons and groups that feel marginalized and who say that, well, the only way to ensure justice is to ensure zoning and rotational presidency. But what are your thoughts? You know, why are you opposed to the idea of rotational presidency? And if not, is it true, as is being said, that you are also interested in the presidency of Nigeria?
Thank you very much. I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
All right, thank you. Good evening, Dr. Ruben Abati, and good evening to viewers across the world. Please, before I respond to this particular question, you will permit me to be as blunt, as straightforward as possible. Yes, rotational presidency or quest to zone the presidency, either in APC or PDP or in the country. And my view still remains that let's go for capacity. Let's go for the best. Let's go for who will deliver this country. Let's go for who will unite this country. Let's go for those who will lead this country excellently. And every segment of this country will have sense of belonging, and there will be that unity. Since the creation of Nigeria, or the inception of this country, there has been seeming practice of rotational presidency, especially from PDP. And it has not really served the people of this country well. And today we are talking of nepotism, marginalization, tribalism, religious intolerance, and what have you. And at this stage, we are still practicing or agitating for my segment, my zone, that zone, that zone. Well, I don't think it is serving the country better. I'll give you an example, Mr. Ruben. Today, if the flight of this country is to fly from Nigeria to any other destination, well, we'll be looking for the best pilot, and not where the pilot come from. If we're flying from here to London, we want the best pilot to pilot the plane, and not where the pilot come from, not the religion he practice. Sometimes you don't even know the pilot, but you commend the pilot or those who will drive or fly the plane to its safe destination. That is what Nigeria required. Nigeria at this point requires a unifier. Nigeria at this point requires somebody who is coming to orientate, give Nigeria a different orientation. We are practicing democracy, and most times we try to copy from America and other developed world. And there's nothing like rotational presidency in those developed countries. But when it comes to Nigeria, then we begin to practice sectionalism, tribalism, nepotism, and what have you. For crying out loud, poverty, insecurity, maladministration does not know whether you are from this tribe or that. What is important is who is coming to deliver this country. That is what is important. And I think elites themselves know let us try to educate and sensitize our followers, rather than sowing certain sentiment in the polity in order to suit our purpose. That will not take us out of our woods.
Well, Governor, I asked you the question, are you running for president? Are you interested? Because some people, I read some stories about some young people saying that you are the best man for the job. Have you listened to those persons recommending you as a possible presidential candidate?
When I assumed office on 27th of January 2016, I inherited a state that was largely divided along ethnic, religious, and tribal lines, or even class difference. I inherited a state that was faced with a lot of crimes and criminality. I was faced with a state that was begging for leadership. I was faced with a state that requires the buy-in of youth, women, and all-inclusive governance. To the glory of God Almighty, almost 6 years down the line, Kogi is united than ever before. Now, come to 2023. If what I've been able to achieve in Kogi State is desired at national level, which Nigerians, I'm sure you know we are living in a world, in a global village where whatever you do, even in your bedroom, is noticed out there. If Nigerians across board, youth, women, leaders and followers alike, are seeing my leadership style, quality, uniting the people, bringing the experts, adding value to governance, prudent and sincere way and manner of utilization of our resources and getting the results, balancing the equation, which is much desired in the country today. If this multitude of Nigerians are yearning and calling me to come and serve this great nation in the year 2023, after President Muhammadu Buhari, I will say, yes, I am ready.
Governor Belo, your second term tenure expires, I think, January 2024. And the next president will be sworn in May 2023. That means if you throw your hat into the ring and you are chosen as candidate of your party, you will have jumped ship for close to a year. Would that not amount to shortchanging the people of Kogi State? Why not wait and complete your tenure as governor before you begin to go for another major prize?
The interests of the people of Kogi State supersede the interests of Governor Yahaha Belo. The national interest supersede this interest of Kogi State as a unit, a unit of in the federation, serving the country, serving Nigeria in that greater capacity will rather serve the interest of the citizens of Kogi State, Nigerians, Africa, and even black race better than I remaining as the executive governor of Kogi State. By the grace of God, when I would have sworn in as the president and commander-in-chief, taking over from our president, our dear president, Muhammadu Buhari, on May 29, 2023, Nigeria will have a heap of relief, and, of course, the citizens of Kogi State will rise in jubilation than I remaining as the executive governor of Kogi State. In any case, I have been able to train and raise leaders who are capable of even doing better than me in the state. Today, I have deputy governor, I have all other appointees, I have everybody down to the local government who are eminently qualified to take over from me as well. I was not just leading as a governor, I ensure that I have a plan whereby whoever is going to take over from me, having passed through the process legally and lawfully, will do better than me in the state. So it will not amount to shortchanging our people. Rather, they will rather be happy, jubilate, and praise God for elevating us to serve the country better.
Well, you are very well known as an advocate of the role of youth in governance. And you've talked about restructuring, the kind of restructuring that will promote young persons in the country. But at the same time, you say with regard to presidency, zoning, and rotation, the emphasis should be on competence. But with regard to young people, can somebody also say, well, it shouldn't be about age? It should also be strictly about competence, because we have many Nigerian youths that do not seem to be committed enough to higher ideals.
Yeah, thank you very much. Competence is very good. You have it abundantly in Nigerian youths of nowadays. The current situation as we have it today in this country requires a young, energetic, vibrant, competent person who is going to drive the system. Mr. President is doing his best, despite his age. In fact, I don't know anybody of his age that would have done better than him. But Mr. President, having realized that, is encouraging the younger ones to come after him. And that was why he signed the Not Too Young to Run bill into law. And that is why he's encouraging and appointing younger people into positions of authority and trust in order that we expose ourselves, in order that we sell ourselves to the society. So, it means Mr. President is quite aware of the challenges and enormity of the job that requires a younger generation to drive. In any case, Nigeria and the world today is about the future. And who are those that own the future? It is the younger generation. So the earlier our elders, our fathers and leaders prepare ground well enough for us and allow us to take the driving seat, make mistake, correct it, tap from their wealth of experience in order to drive the system, the better for us. After all, our elders, our leaders and fathers would desire that when they retire, they should have a capable hand who will be able to take care of them in their old age as they retire back home. So the time is now to really allow the younger generation to take the front burner. And that is exactly, despite my age, that's exactly what I'm doing in Kogi State. Today, the younger generations are the ones driving the system in Kogi State. That accounts for majority of our achievements today. It's not as if we're not deferring to elders. In fact, my first advisor is Mr. President and other leaders from within the states and outside the state. So I believe it is time that we rotate the power from the older generation who have been around since 1999, even before 1999 till date. It is time to shift that power to the younger generation and let us bring the modern technology, the modern knowledge, the modern vibrancy into the system and drive it smoothly.
Well, Governor, still on this issue of 2023, I'll move on to other issues shortly. In the papers, I think today or yesterday, some members of your party, the All Progressives Congress, they're saying one of the national leaders of the party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is interested also in the presidency, in the presidential slot, even if he has not officially declared. And they are saying that within the APC, he should be given the right of first refusal. What do you think of that? Do you think that, anybody at all should be given the right of first refusal? And if that were to happen, how does that affect the aspiration of other persons within the party?
Thank you very much. Well, everybody is entitled to his opinion. Our leader, a pioneering leader of this great party, well-respected, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is eminently qualified to run for the presidency of 2023. First right of refusal, if that should exist, it should have been enshrined in our party constitution or the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or any other extant rules that apply to the game. And if such should have been in existence, Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari should have had the first right of refusal in his second term, either first or second term. But Mr. President came out to contest, and nobody was ever deprived from contesting along with him in all of his contests. And of course, even in other political parties, as I may recall. So I don't think it is appropriate to say, oh, somebody should be given first right of refusal. In any case, this is democracy. We should all go out there and test our popularity. Let's convince the party leaders, the party followers and faithfuls, and let the party choose whoever they so desire.
Well, Governor Belo, your party held congresses recently. That's the APC. And there were parallel congresses. There were complaints about the conduct of the congresses. What is your party doing to address the grievances that have been addressed? And what should the public expect in terms of how the party itself is organizing towards 2023?
To the best of my knowledge, I am not the party's publicity secretary, but to the best of my knowledge, under the able leadership of Governor Mema Alabuni, the chairman of the caretaker committee, who has done his best to unite the party, to rebuild the party from bottom up to the point where we are today. He's been able to conduct a very credible processes along the line. But this is politics, this is party administration. You can't rule away some skirmishes and misunderstanding. I don't think there's parallel Congress because the party has the authority and powers to delegate some committees to go and conduct primaries in various states. And INEC equally, monitor those particular, congresses and other law enforcement agencies, civil society organizations, and even multinational organizations. They monitor these particular congresses. I don't think INEC or all these civil society organizations or the committee or the various committees that went to various states have reported any one single parallel Congress. I think this is the age of, free press. So anybody can just go and cover anything and throw it in the social media and say there's parallel Congress anywhere. I think the exercise went on very smoothly. Where there are challenges, the party decided to suspend the exercise and do it again. I am aware of a case in Osun State and one other state. Oyo State and one other state. So these are the two states that I felt, or I'm aware that there is a problem. So far, so good. The exercise has been credible, excellent, and Governor Mema Alabuni and his caretaker committee members needs to be commended.
Okay, Governor Belo, you are out there in the public view, and there are many persons who are also very critical of you in terms of your programs and, some of your engagements as governor of Kogi State. Number one criticism that I have heard from some people from Kogi State is that you are always in Abuja. Is that true? And they say, look, why are you always in Abuja? Is it an attempt to show that you are the president's person? Or is it because of the proximity of Lokoja to Abuja?
Ever since I assumed office, both first and second term as governor, I don't think I have traveled out of the country. Let's take it from there. Outside this country. I can count the number of times I have traveled out, twice or three times with Mr. President on official duty. Twice on lesser Hajj. And these are the main times or the times I've traveled out of this country. Leaving Lokoja to Abuja, remember all of my families are here in Abuja. When I assumed office, I did plead with my family to please give me 4 or 8 years, or even more, to sacrifice and serve the people of Kogi State and, of course, Nigeria. And my children are toddlers. These kids require seeing me sometimes. And most often when I'm in Abuja on official assignment, I seize the opportunity to visit them. I spend more time in Lokoja, in my state capital, and across the state, inspecting and ensuring that all of our programs and policies are going on well in the state than any other place. In this my second term, I have not traveled outside the shores of this land once. I think you can go and make your own research on that. That is sacrifice that we are making. I ensure that none of my children, none, not one single one, has ever stepped their leg in Kogi State government house to pass the night or do anything. Out of my 3 wives, only one is representing my family today in Kogi State. And she only comes to execute her program and return back to my kids. I ensure that I separate my family and private lives from governance. I don't mix them up. So, what more sacrifice? Staying in Abuja or coming to Abuja is on official assignment. What is going to better the lives and our government in Kogi State? Nothing more. You will never see me gallivanting around FCT. You will never see me gallivanting around the villa, going to Mr. President to seek for help, either for whatever reason. No. And if there is any official assignment, either by my state or the party, I have to carry it out. That is part of the sacrifices that we're making. In fact, I have sacrificed serving Kogi State than any other chief executive that has ever come to Kogi State. The records are there for you to look into. So sometimes, you know, I don't know where some of my critics are having this from. In any case, they are simply urging me to do more, which I've taken note, and I am going to serve the people of Kogi State more and beyond.
Well, one of the things I noticed while trying to, check out what you are doing in Kogi State is your focus on people with special needs. Your government giving automatic employment to persons with special needs. I don't want to use the word disabilities, people who are physically challenged. Why is that a priority for you, considering that even at the national level, persons who are physically challenged are treated like they are second-class citizens in Nigeria?
First of all, I was elected to serve the people of Kogi State without discrimination. Whether you are physically challenged or you are, whichever way you are created. These people are among those that gave me the mandate to serve them to the best of my ability. So they deserve to be involved in this administration. Secondly, my first son is born with special needs, and that endears me even to them more than any other person. So whatever I am doing today, these are the factors. I am a governor who will serve the people without discrimination. I am a governor who will bring every manner of people to serve within their capacities and make their contribution to the service of their state. So these and many more are the reasons why I decided to create a space and create even a commission for persons living with special needs in Kogi State.
Well, Governor, I mean, you recently called for a review of the fight against corruption. You think that a lot more can be done. And there are persons who heard that you were going to be on this program and who said, well, I should ask you to explain where we are or where Kogi State is with regard to a certain 20 billion naira that the EFCC raised questions about. I think this has to do with salaries and all of that. And, what is the status of that particular matter and what exactly happened,
First of all, Kogi State is a state where civil servants are so enlightened and educated. You can't owe the civil servants one dime and you think you can sleep well as far as Kogi State is concerned. Having gone through that very difficult and very tortuous screening exercise, determining the true beneficiaries of Kogi State resources. As of today, we are up to date as far as salaries are concerned. We collected 20 billion naira bailout, which was even a second tranche, in 2019. we applied it judiciously, transparently, in paying the civil servants and those that are intended to benefit from that same, 20 billion naira bailout. We are putting the facts out there. I think the issue that was raised by EFCC, well, in as much as I will appreciate that they expose corrupt practices in the system, I think targeting me, or Kogi State, in such a manner that suggests, political, witch hunt, wouldn't serve the commission or the people of this country better. Of course, fighting corruption is one of the cardinal principles of this administration under President Muhammadu Buhari. And he himself came out to acknowledge that fighting corruption is a very difficult task in this country. I simply admonish the EFCC that they should go after these billions and trillions that have been siphoned before today and are still being siphoned today, in the country, rather than being their satellite in Kogi. We have had a cause to, to be rewarded and awarded and rated by world and national rating bodies, the World Bank, the ICANN, and host of others, about our transparency and accountability as far as the management of our resources are concerned. And of course, the evidence are there in Kogi State. So I think that that escapade, they should bring their satellite elsewhere, not in Kogi State. Let me tell you that as of today, no fund is missing in Kogi State. No fund is diverted in Kogi State. And the exercise of EFCC to discover any amount in any account of any bank should be taken even far beyond the way the public is taking it. First, 20 billion naira disbursed to Kogi State, 20 billion naira utilized. The records are there. If there's another account that is created and called Kogi State Bailout Account, where 20 billion or 19.666 billion or 19.333 billion is left, I think there's a better explanation. There should be a better explanation. Where did the money come from? And where has it been returned to? The 666 point something million that were alleged to have been taken out, where did it go to? Who is the beneficiary? There are still areas that they need to clear, but our records are there for anybody to scrutinize. And like I said, go to our website and see exactly how we have utilized our resources. If you would permit me, I'll give you our website once again, www.kogistate.gov.ng or www.kogipedia.net. You go there, you're going to see every record, all of the transactions, all the correspondence between Kogi State and the very bank, in question, and the utilization down to the last beneficiary. So, my dear brother, when you talk of accountability, transparency, and probity, Kogi State, under the leadership of my humble self, Yahaha Belo, is top-notch. And we have come up with a system whereby not one single dime of Kogi State will ever be used for a purpose that is not intended for, or that will be siphoned. We have a system that is on auto cruise, whereby every kobo can be traced to the last beneficiary or to the last utilization. So that is what we are running in the system in Kogi State that has put us far ahead in terms of transparency, accountability, and use of money or value for money.
Coming across my YouTube channel, you are welcome. Now that we have finished watching this video together, you saw me sitting there watching it together with you. I appreciate you. Let's go to the comment section to talk about it. If it is your first time, subscribe, put on your notification bell. That notification bell is very, very important because